St John's they're just straightening up as well. This looks like it's a very controlled start and
There we go. Men's Division 2 is underway.
There's a swerve there from Magdalen, which is, oh dear, that has cost them dear. Also, University College are going like the clappers at them.
The top three crews have all decided that they want to go up the middle of the river, which is a bit strange off the start. Meanwhile, yeah, we do have Univ making a really, really bright start off Magdalen. We'll see whether they are going for fly and die or whether they can secure that bump. I mean, Univ have left St John's in absolute clear water and disarray. St John's actually with a fair bit of pressure applied to them by Merton. I think two crews behind LMH, which is Queen's. Queen's gaining fairly rapidly on Corpus Christi. That's very close between crews 2 and 3. I don't think it's a bump yet.
Hasn't been acknowledged, has it?
No, I think did they type a swipe and they missed? They took a swipe and they missed. So Univ went for a swipe on Magdalen, didn't get it. If we can try and stay on Univ and Magdalen, as well as Corpus Christi and Queen's, those are the two really exciting bumps taking place in this division. And it's close as well between Merton and St John's. This is really an exciting men's Division 2. Absolutely fantastic racing.
There was me saying there wouldn't be many bumps.
Exactly. I told you.
That's been acknowledged. So that's
which bump was that? Sorry.
Merton have just steered off to the right, haven't they?
So Merton have bumped St John's, I believe.
Oh, right,
okay. Yeah. So I think it'd be interesting if we can cut to camera 3 and see Hartford, Magdalen, and Univ as they.
Is that Queen's just pulling off as well?
Possibly.
Bump down the back.
Yeah, I think this is where the exciting bit's going to be. Magdalen are gaining quite a lot. Hartford, they have really closed over time. I think Magdalen, if they don't get caught by Univ, they will get Hartford here. This is really exciting and really tense. That's down to about a quarter, maybe even a third of a length as they go past long bridges. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the overlap, isn't it? With the because the boats are behind each other. Yeah, it's closing as we go along. Magdalen now sweeping back. Now, Magdalen can't overshoot this because if they overshoot it, they're going to go into the bank. And they got a reprieve from Univ, who steered badly. Can they avoid making the same mistake again with Hartford? That's getting very close now between those two crews. There's almost a whole canvas of overlap now between Magdalen and Hartford. Hartford Cox not really looking round, not knowing what's going on. And there's a concession. There's a concession. Magdalen have bumped Hartford. So let's have a look. Univ were very close to Magdalen. They swiped, they missed. That probably cost them a bump. Let's see what's going on with Corpus Christi and Queen's if they indeed are still racing. I think that maybe Queen's did bump Corpus, but it'd be good to see maybe if we stick at camera 3 and let's focus at the top of the gut. Let's see which crew is exiting there. I have to say, Univ are making a very good impression, and it's hard to tell from this angle, but they're making a very good impression. Will they get the overbump on Hartford? That could well be an overbump for Univ, and very well indeed if they manage to do that. That's hard to do in men's Division 2. To do an overbump, you've got to be very fast to do that.
They're weaving. I know they're crossing, but that's less than a length. I think they're trying to get a wallop, aren't they?
It looks like they may have gone for a free swipe, but actually they've probably taken a better line across the river. So there we go. There's a concession. So Hartford have been overbumped by University.
Not just a concession; it's a collision.
Yeah, it's a bump, clearly. Univ will now try and then do their absolute best to get out the racing line with 7 rowers because their bowman has caught a severe crab. So who do we see there? So we see LMH. We'll probably see Corpus Christi behind them. I don't think Corpus Christi will be making any... If we can zoom in on that crew that's just behind LMH, the one that's just doing the crossover, so we see kind of LMH who are kind of going off and doing their own race. They'll probably row over. Let's see what's going on with these 3 boats at the back of the division, because we can probably determine what bumps happen by seeing which crews remain. So if we can try and get a really close-up shot and see what colour the blades are, that will help us work out what's going on.
That crew blue. That's Corpus Christi.
Actually, that's that's LMH. Sorry, I must have got mistaken. The crew before was St John's. That's LMH because their unisuit style has the kind of like the white with a bit of colour in it. Right. So that's LMH. We've seen St John's go past. The next crew we see will be Corpus Christi. I only saw one crew behind that, so my money's on. I believe that Queen's will have bumped Corpus Christi, so I'm going to call that now because we may have seen it on the stream. So we now see their
Brazenose will be the last crew in very dark blades. That should be
Yeah,
Corpus
maybe.
Christi with 2 red
I
stripes.
think that's Corpus. Yep, that's Corpus. Can't see it very clearly on the stream, but I think you're absolutely right, that being Corpus. So Queens are no longer part of the race, so they bump Corpus Christi. And we just need to see whether this last crew is Brasenose or New College. Brasenose with the black blades, New College with the purple blades with 2 vertical gold stripes. So let's see the order of bumps by seeing who the last racing crew is in this division. I will just while we're waiting to see that last crew appear on screen, I will recap the bumps that we think we've seen so far. So I believe that Magdalen and University both bumped Hartford M1. That last crew there, I believe, is Brasenose. Yeah, that's Black Blades.
Yeah,
so New College have bumped Brasenose. So Brasenose are going to be exiting out of Men's Division 2 and drop down to the top of Men's Division 3 tomorrow. So in summary, bumps we've seen so far. Sorry, go ahead.
Queen's got Corpus Christi as well, we think.
Yes, I believe so, yeah. So Magdalen and Univ both got Hartford. Merton got St John's. LMH is a row over. Queen's bumped Corpus Christi, so Queen's are at +5 for this week, which is excellent.
Gosh.
And New College have bumped Brasenose. So the crews that will cross the finish line in order should be Hartford, St John's, LMH, Corpus and Brasenose, and those are the 5 crews that you should see on your screen. The top crew, Hartford, are just appearing on the right-hand side there, but you can see there's just 5 crews left because there's 5 crews that have bumped out.